Am I overreacting to my fiance's response if I ever got raped? A bit of a backstory. Me, 28 female, and my fiance, 35 male, have just celebrated our 10th anniversary last weekend and are trying to get pregnant. But this whole thing is giving me second doubts. We were on the phone talking about the Charlie Kirk case, and my fiance started the discussion that nobody deserves to die, and especially not because of their views. On this case, I agreed with him, but I said that some people do not deserve to be here. He asked me what kind of people I meant, and so I said rapists, child offenders, and just generally bad people that have done awful things to others. He then asked me a random question that I did not see coming, and I was a little taken aback by. He said, "What would you do if a guy put a gun to your head and told you to have sex with him and give him a BJ?" I just stayed silent for a minute because I knew it was a trick question and whatever I said was going to upset him. He didn't like that I stayed quiet, so he automatically took that as a yes and immediately hung up on me. He then proceeded to send me multiple messages asking me what my answer was. This is most of the conversation. This is not the first time that he has asked me something like this, and each time he gets upset if it's not an automatic no. I've always wanted to be a mother, and I would do absolutely anything for my babies. If it ever came to that situation, then I think my answer would have to be yes. He doesn't like what I said and is now refusing to talk to me and is trying to end it. I don't want to lie to him and tell him I wouldn't when I know in my heart if it was for my children and I that I would. Do I just let him go or do I tell him what he wants to hear? Is this childish on both sides? Please, any advice is welcomed. Am I overreacting by being upset that he would rather have me dead than come home to him and our children? I'm going to read the messages, but I'm feeling very upset right now. Okay. She said, "Because any other answer than no is not good enough for you and makes me a whore. See, you want me to say no. I don't want you to say anything but the truth," is what he said. She said, "You would rather me get shot in the head than come back to you and our babies, because I'm telling you, I would do anything for our babies." And he said, "So your answer would be yes?" And she said, "If it meant being here for my babies, yes, any mother would. I knew you would do this. You don't care about me. You only care about yourself. You would rather have me dead, and that's so wrong of you. You don't love me. You truly don't." He said, "You repulse me. I'm disgusted by what you are. I've invested all of my time and money into the wrong person. Stop reaching out to me. I'm serious. Thank you." Sorry, I have no words currently. I have no words currently. 10th anniversary? Oh my God. How have you been with this man for 10 years? How have you been with this man for 10 years? I know that, like, I just am so at a loss for words right now. I'm so at a loss for words. Like, it is hard to even believe that this is a question. Like, obviously, she's extremely, I mean, being with someone for 10 years is, well, you know what? Of course. Now that I think about it, look, she's 28, okay? So when they got together, she was 18. He was 25. Sorry. That's weird. No 25-year-old man needs to be with an 18-year-old. I'm sorry. Like, 28 and 35, okay, all power to you. Doesn't make me blink an eye. But when you say 10th anniversary, and I think back to the fact that you were 18 and he was 25 years old, I can understand. Like, I mean, regardless, I understand. She's a victim. Point blank, period. But I'm thinking out loud here, okay? Don't get mad at me. I'm not victim blaming at all. But it's just really hard. It's just really hard to see this and be like, this man actually exists. This man is a real human being. This man genuinely, even if she didn't have kids, I'm pretty sure any woman is going to not want to get bopped in the head. Yeah. It's not like, what? Are you kidding me? And you think that's her fault, basically? Oh my God. No, this man is scum of the earth. This man, I would like to step on him with my shoe and literally like scrape him off like gum. Like, I cannot deal. I cannot deal with it. Sorry, I'm shocked and absolutely scared out of my mind that men like this exist. I mean, I know they exist, okay? But it truly is like so insane to see. It's like, have you no decency? Have you no normalcy? You are not a normal person if you genuinely are going to be upset that your girlfriend, fiance, wife doesn't want to get bopped in the head. Oh my God. I would love, absolutely love nothing more than you to get the farthest away from this man that you have ever been from anyone and never speak to him. And I hope he just like never gets to see you on any occasion. Not in person, not on social media, nowhere. Like, he's a disgusting human being, the worst of the worst, terrible. He sees you as nothing. He sees you, he's the, no. He's the person that would probably go to a woman and hold it to her head and say, you need to give me a BJ. That's probably who this man is. Okay, sorry. The top comment says, first off, I'm sorry you had to have that response from him. It must have been really alienating to be receiving. I'm sorry you're seeing a side of him like this so late in a relationship. That being said, you're not overreacting, maybe even underreacting. He's blaming you as he sees it as a willing, consenting choice and not grape. Let me repeat that. He doesn't see it as grape. Do not have this man's kids. In this political climate and economy, he's doing you a favor by leaving. Please let him leave. Grieve the loss of what could have been, but grieve it single. He is not the one. Edit, just reread your post. This isn't the first time he's replied like this. Love, dear, girly pop. He is at best a grape apologist. You do not need any of that. You deserve better. OP said, I was almost graped when I was 15 years old by an older guy in his late 20s. When I told my fiance a few years later when I met him, he made me feel like it was my fault, asking me why I didn't push him away harder or tell him no more. He said he was sorry that I had to go through that, but whenever he would get upset after, I would be called a whore and attention seeker. He thinks if I was to ever get graped, that I would just do nothing. And I've tried so many times to tell him if it ever came down to it again, I would fight for my life. I'm tired of the questions and trying to prove myself. I just needed to know that this wasn't normal. He's the only guy I've ever been with, but I just can't take it anymore. Thank you so much for your response. Well, you know what? I don't even like, the thing is like people that are this idiotic, not the girl, this man, people that are that idiotic, like I don't even feel like I can give the time of day to speak to or think about. Like the fact that people actually have a brain the size of a literal dust bunny is like the most wild thing to me in the world. And it's like, I can't even, like, I don't even want to engage in a conversation with someone like that. I would literally never be able to speak to someone like this because, first of all, you clearly didn't make it past kindergarten. Like, you clearly have no common sense. You have no education. You have nothing in your brain other than freaking rocks that are just, like, bopping around in there, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm being extremely harsh, but, like, a man like that deserves it, and you cannot tell me anything otherwise. You can never tell me anything other than that. Like, this man is the worst of the worst. He's scum. But unfortunately, there's no update on that one. So, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.